Hey guys, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my office. Today I want to share with you guys the top 5 tips I have for keeping our grocery budget at a minimum. I get asked all the time how I'm able to keep our grocery budget at only $50 every 2 weeks. And I think that I mentioned to you guys before that at one point in our marriage, I was spending about $500 a month on groceries. $500 a month for 2 people living in the household is a ridiculous amount of money for me. So I decided to cut our grocery budget down, and here are the 5 tips that I think help me the most in keeping our budget at $50 and allowing me to usually hit the $50 budget. If I look down, I do have a list here of things that I've made. Here are my 5 things, so I'm going to go ahead and share them with you guys. The very first thing I have on here is to shop on a schedule. It is so important for me to shop every 2 weeks for our groceries because I've noticed that if I go longer than 2 weeks to go grocery shopping, I end up spending way over our grocery budget. So instead of me spending $50 for the 2-week time spans, I end up spending about $85 to $100 because I'm having to replenish everything that we have in our house. Sometimes Stephen and I travel a lot, and by the time I get the chance to grocery shop, I've already diminished and gone through everything that we have. Like, I've created every meal possible out of the things that we have in our house. So by the time I go grocery shopping, there is nothing left. I end up having to buy all the meat at one time. I have to buy all the vegetables at one time. And when I have to do that, our grocery budget is completely blown. And I end up spending way more than our $50 budget. So just go ahead and shop every 2 weeks or every week. Even if you think you can push it a little longer, it's better to go ahead and replenish on the things that are small right now so that you won't have to do the big things and the little things all at the same time. Go through your cabinets, go through your freezer, go through your refrigerator, and see what meals you can create with what you already have before you go grocery shopping. And then once you know what you have on hand, for one, you won't repurchase those things, and 2, you'll know what meals you need for the next 2 weeks. So let's just say you have things to make 5 meals. That means that you can focus on getting the items you need for another 5 meals or however many more meals you need for the next 2 weeks, and you won't have to buy a lot of things. But if you don't meal plan, you may already have rice, and then you get to the store and you think you don't have rice, so you repurchase rice. I guess when you think about it, $1 on rice or however much you pay for rice isn't that great of a deal. But let's say you keep doing that and you just keep repurchasing things that you already have. In the long run, you're just going to have a stockpile of stuff that you don't really need. Eat before you go to the grocery store or take a snack with you, or else you're going to be in the grocery store picking up things that you absolutely don't need, things that are not on your list, and then you're going to get home with like 5 bags of potato chips and be like, why? Why do I have 5 bags of chips? Why? What am I going to do with this? But you were hungry and subconsciously you wanted those chips, so you got all types of varieties of chips, but you only got 1 pack of chicken. So you need to go ahead and throw you a couple of snacks in your purse. Have something in there that you can kind of grab and eat while you're walking around, or make sure that you have lunch or breakfast before you go grocery shopping. I like to listen to a book while I'm grocery shopping because it keeps me focused on what I'm doing. It also keeps me focused on what I actually need, as opposed to the other awesome looking things in the grocery store that may be on sale or may look yummy at the time. So this is kind of a problem if I go grocery shopping with Stephen, because we talk while we're grocery shopping, and so while I'm talking to him, we look around, and I end up picking up things that I don't need and definitely things that are not on my list. And then he has a tendency of picking up things and just throwing them into the grocery carts. So we do definitely end up going over our budget. But if I ever go to the grocery store by myself, I just have my headphones in, listening to my book. I'm looking at my list. I'm on a mission. I'm always on a mission, guys. guys, when I'm grocery shopping. And I just go in, I get the things that I need, and I get in, I get out, I come home, and I'm usually able to stay on our budget. Once you get all of your groceries home, go ahead and separate the items that you're gonna need for dinner later on. And this is mostly important for your meat. If you have a big packet of chicken or something like that, go ahead and proportion that chicken out so that you know how many pieces you're gonna need for each meal. For me, I usually have about 3 or 4 pieces of chicken, and I put those into Ziploc bags. I go ahead and wash it, clean it up, season it, and then I put it in the freezer. That way, when I want to make chicken, I can kind of look on my list and see what's on the menu for that night, grab the chicken out of the freezer, put it in the sink to defrost, and I go on about my day, and I don't have to worry about defrosting an entire packet of chicken just to get 4 pieces out, and then having to clean it, then having to season it, because the more steps you have to take on the day of cooking, you're not going to want to cook. But if you can make it easier for yourself, you'll want to cook every day. And if you cook every day, you'll cut down on the amount of money you spend eating out. Those are my 5 tips. I'm sure some of you are already doing these tips. And if you're not doing them, try them out and let me know if they help you with your grocery budget. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any comments and questions down below. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can see any videos that I'll share in the future. Thanks again, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.